The common refrain about mastering links golf is learning to control your ball flight and having a good ground game. Those are good skills to cultivate, but first there are a few mindsets you need to adopt in order to have a good day in the wind. First, you need to leave your ego at the door. In 30-mile-an-hour winds, don't be afraid to tee it forward like we did today. The game is about having fun, not about proving you can play a 7,000-yard course. Second, you need to use your brain. Very few situations will call for your stock shot, and you'll need to be creative. And finally, you need to be patient and adjust your expectations. Bogey's going to be a good score on a lot of holes.
Okay, we're in play.
And you can't let them get to you. Take what the course gives you, and don't try to claw back scores by attempting hero shots. My approach on one will call on me to both use my brain and check my ego. I'm grabbing 3 extra clubs into this 90-yard approach, and unfortunately my execution's a bit off. I'm short-sighted here, and now I'll have to embody the third mindset, which is adjusting expectations. It's stroke hole 17, and we're okay walking off of it with a bogey. We're still playing dead into wind on 2, and like many holes on the front 9, we're adjusting our expectations to bogey is fine and par is a bonus. I grabbed 3 extra clubs on the approach shot here. My chip ends up dying on the downhill here, but I got a good look at my playing partner's putt before hitting mine. His broke about 2 cups to the right.
And then that one didn't really move.
Mine doesn't.
Okay, so the ideal line is over the bunkers. Okay. That's more of a hook.
Downwind drives are going 300 yards.
The advice from the pro shop on this hole was don't miss short right. So. Ooh, that's really hooking.
I've been dialing in my new wedges at pitch and putt lately, and it's going to pay off throughout the day. I'll settle myself before knocking this one in for birdie, and then we'll hear a brief word from the sponsor of today's video.
Are you tired of fussing with complicated recipes, endless ingredients, and feeding your failed meals to your dog? Well, now there's a better way with HelloFresh. Okay, for real. HelloFresh is good. I actually use it, and so should you. For me, the biggest advantage of using HelloFresh is that I don't have to go to the grocery store. Every week, fresh ingredients arrive at my doorstep, along with idiot-proof instructions. I'm the equivalent of a 30 handicap in the kitchen, and I've yet to botch a meal. In the rare event when I used to attempt anything complex in the kitchen, I'd invariably wind up throwing away food. And HelloFresh was actually able to quantify that using their service leads to 25% less food waste compared to going to the grocery store. And that's definitely been true for me. They also offer 50 weekly food options, so I'm learning to cook a pretty wide variety of food. It's good value even at full price. But you don't have to pay full price. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code NOTASCRATCH16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's right. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code NOTASCRATCH16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts.
Okay. Back to the golf.
We've got 130. We're gonna hit a 120 club and we're just gonna back off of it.
I promise you guys, one day I will learn to stop doing this.
Oh, forgot to finish my swing.
This was among the toughest shots I had to hit all day. My preference was to putt it, but there was just a bit too much fringe to get through, so I went with the wedge. I have to land it well short of the green. I picked a spot and actually hit it. It almost hits the stick, but in these conditions, from that lie, I was actually unlikely to get it much closer than this. I lagged that one up there okay, and will settle for bogey.
Do you like 200 or 220 more?
Probably 200.
Okay.
It's pivotal that I hit the right line on this shot.
Oh, not at the bunker, Adam. No. No. Okay, 100-yard bunker shot.
In hindsight, this shot was a bit ambitious.
Ooh, stop. Stop. Believe it or not, there's a sign to the right here that says this is ground under. So we get to yank this one back. All right, there are still pars and bogeys to be salvaged from here. Let's just toss it in the air to the left. Nope. Okay. Not enough.
I said that bogey's a good score on a lot of holes,
Thanks.
and that means we're not going to make a bogey on every hole. Sometimes we'll be playing for double. And here I had to settle myself before putting for bogey from off the green.
Come on, wind.
Double's better than triple, and I've always maintained that what matters most is how we respond. 6 will be a good test of that, because it's stroke hole 1. There's a sucker pin in the back left of this green, and I'm just trying to get it on the green. I'll rely on my lag putting to bail me out now. That's always the best part of my game. And the lag's good, and we'll knock it home for par.
We've made a plan. Again at 200 yards left.
That's a terrible golf shot.
Oh.
But that doesn't mean I won't settle myself before the next one. And lo and behold, that's a great shot.
Thanks.
It pitches just a few feet from the hole.
I think this has to go in a hair off the right.
And I'm taking my time on these, because I'd really like to make one. I know this one will move left just a hair at the hole, but I don't quite give it enough,
Hit it.
and I'll settle for par.
And right into it. I think it needs to be all of a 4-wood for me.
The par 3s were a little funky today, with 3 of them playing about 100, and 2 of them playing about 230.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. So this is a shot most amateurs fear. And I fear it too. 40 yards, really tight lie. Over a bunker. Feel bruising the ground. And accelerate. Ooh, that's good. Oh no!
And that's the first one that I really feel like I threw away today. The front 9 closes with a third par 5, meaning that it plays as a par 37. I hit a good drive, and here with the ball well above my feet, I'm holding a stick that I already know I hit a draw with, so I pick a target way right of the green complex, knowing that it will draw heavily, and hoping to rope one in towards the green complex. I do exactly that.
Oh, I chunked it.
But unfortunately, from 50 yards, I chunked this one right over the back of the green.
Stop!
I give this putt a lot of respect,
Go!
and I'll have just about a foot or 2 left. And for the second time in as many holes, I'll throw away a stroke inside 3 feet. It's a frustrating way to close the front.
Oh, that's frustrating.
And let's take a quick look at it. We hit the driver pretty well. The only 2 times we put ourselves out of position off the tee, we actually hit hybrid off the tee. We hit a fair number of bad shots, but the real telling statistic is that we failed to scramble all 6 times we missed the green. So unfortunately, we'll take 6 over, headed to the back.
So just play it at the bunker on the right, kind of, or a little left of that?
The back 9 is a fresh slate, and you'll see that I'm still going to think through each and every shot on the back 9 as well.
We've got 1-3-5 flag, but 1-5-5 middle. We're into at least a 2 club wind. So I'm gonna hit a 6 iron, a 160 club. And I'm gonna not back off it even a little bit. Thanks. So that wound up being the right idea because this pin was right at the front. Look how much green there is behind it. And my 160-yard 6 iron into the wind probably only went 145, but we're putting.
I'm committing to 2.5 cups outside the right on this putt.
Wow, it was even more than that.
It's a bit of an underread, but we'll tap it in for par. I'm trying to get rid of the smother hook miss with my new driver, and sometimes that means hitting fades.
So fade lie and wind going hard right as well. 70 to the stick. I still like playing at that number, but we're gonna aim it way left. Oh, really took off right. Yikes.
Watch my trail foot slip on this bunker shot. I'm lucky that this is still a decent one, and I'll have a good look for par.
Just a hair outside the road left.
I pick my spot here, but I don't quite hit it firm.
Oh.
And I'll have to settle for bogey.
Gotta hit it firmer than that, though. Gotta aim way left, though, I think. Not that far left. Oh, maybe.
This turns out to be a great line, and it even gets the ground draw.
Got just a hair left of the hole, I think.
It's makeable if I put it just outside the left side of the hole. And we make it.
Thanks. So over this bunker looks like it's an okay line. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to take the hardest swing I have.
I mentioned that I'm trying to convert the miss with the new driver
too
to a
far right.
fade.
Yeah. Is that near them? Oh, wow.
And that's an okay miss on a wide open links layout.
No cut. How beautiful is this bunker to my right? This is a great golf course. 38 to a really tucked pin. Stop. Well, sometimes 25 feet is a good outcome from your spot. I've got my putt going left, and I'm gonna stick with that, but we'll see here.
The issue was that I didn't stick with that read. I saw my playing partner's ball react differently, and I never committed to my line. But I do get it close enough and tap in for par.
So blue sign. I'm gonna aim it way out there then.
The wind's now moving hard to the left, and I'm aiming way away from the hazard up the left side of this hole. I also have to aim right on this shot.
Oh.
And we haven't done one of those yet today. It's in the hazard, and we have to drop playing our fourth shot here.
Thanks.
It rolls out to about pin high.
Thanks. This is about 15 feet, and it's gonna start outside the hole. Oh, I just didn't hit it hard enough.
My miss when I'm trying to let up on a club is usually a push,
Oh, no.
and my miss when I'm trying to get everything out of it is usually a pull.
I was just saying, I don't even know if it's possible for me to put this within 6 feet of the hole. So the camera might not show it, but I'm aiming 25 feet left of the hole. Okay, that's my spot.
Oh, great line. Go in, go in.
Oh!
And the lag putting allows us to preserve a 3 here.
It is downwind. Okay, we'll step into one. I'm just gonna hit one hard and we'll see what happens.
That's all 95 miles an hour of club head speed that I've got.
That's right.
And wouldn't you know,
We were this far away from a hole-in-one on a par 4, and I guess we should knock it in. That's awesome. Don't back off of this even a little. Full swing.
and my prize is playing a 200-yard par 3 that we figure is playing about 225.
This is another one that's just going to be very hard to stop.
Look at us.
Turn now. Turn back. Turn back.
I can't believe that stayed up.
The golf gods taketh away.
Okay. Or even at the tower then, might as well take a conservative line. Wow, that was a fabulous miss. Okay, so it's 215 downwind, but those trees are an issue. So we're gonna aim at the flagpole on the left, try to hit a cut, see what happens. Okay, it wasn't what we wanted, but should be okay there.
The golf gods giveth. This one gets very close, and I'll have a good look at birdie and even par on the back nine.
Oh, that close to even on the back.
I'm nonetheless pleased with the 79 at
All right,
Baylands.
let's see,
It would usually be good for an 8.9 differential, but the computer adjusted it to an 8.0, probably owing to the 30-mile-an-hour winds we faced for much of the day. It's an up and down card, the low light being that we didn't scramble a single time, but the highlight being 2 birdies and an eagle. We stayed in it, and it was a great round.